Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another Nintendo news video. In this video, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch evidence, if you want to call it that, and we're going to go over if it's fake, if it's real, my overall thoughts, and when I think the next Nintendo Switch is going to come out, and all that great stuff that comes with that kind of topic. We also have an interesting F-Zero topic that was recently in the news, and is kind of disappointing for F-Zero, possibly anyways. I got some thoughts on that as well. As I said in my last video, guys, I'm currently working on some new animations, new things for the channel, and overall just hitting that upgrade button on the channel like I did, I think it was in like 2019 when I added the animation to the channel. So we're going to be doing that, but in a much bigger way. Better animation, more cool effects, and all that great stuff. So editing this month on videos, and maybe even next month, depending on how long this animation takes, will be very, very light. I'm going to put all my focus into upgrading this channel and making things better. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like or dislike if not, and of course subscribe for more Nintendo news, and that bell helps a lot as well. So the Nintendo Switch 2, guys, it feels like we've been talking about this for years and years and years. In fact, we actually have been talking about this for years and years and years, because this rumor goes all the way back to the launch of the Nintendo Switch. It's just been rumored forever and ever and ever. It seems like it's just never ending, but I think we are getting very, very close to at least the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 or the next Nintendo console or whatever Nintendo's going to be doing with their next Nintendo hardware. Now, up until now, we've had a ton of rumors about the power, about different things that different developers said. Sometimes there were rumors about Nintendo telling developers to make their games 4K ready, but we never really saw any, I don't want to say physical evidence because this is not physical evidence, but we never saw anything exactly pointing to the name or any solid evidence, and this could be solid evidence, but I have some things to say on it. So if you guys haven't heard this, it seems that on the developer support page for Nintendo, there is some interesting words on the systems that are listed. There's Nintendo Switch, Wii U, Nintendo 3DS, and there's also NX2. Now, for those who don't know, NX was one of the names that the original Nintendo Switch went by. There was a lot of memes about it after the Nintendo Switch was revealed. People were wondering when the NX is going to be revealed, which was kind of the joke. And now it seems that NX2 is also listed on this developer support page. Now, if you go there now, it's not there anymore. Of course, they took it down. I mean, why would they keep that up? But I gotta say, in my opinion, I honestly think this is fake. Now, of course, I could be wrong. I don't see why I couldn't be wrong. I don't have any inside knowledge. I'm just kind of a spectator just like you, but I'm making a video on it. But I find it really hard that just some random image on here would appear for the Nintendo Switch 2. But let's just say it does end up being real. Let's just say that this image right here on your screen, which should be on there, is real, and it is in fact a mistake by the company or whoever runs this website for Nintendo. What does this mean for the Nintendo Switch consoles? What does this mean for the future of the Nintendo Switch? And more importantly, what does this mean for the next Nintendo Direct? Because it's already on this website. Well, first up, I think this means that Nintendo is going with a Nintendo Switch 2, of course, because the original code name for the Nintendo Switch, for the OG Nintendo Switch, was NX, so obviously this would be a Nintendo Switch 2. What does this mean for the name? Well, obviously, I mean, more than likely, they'll probably just call it Nintendo Switch 2, which is kind of a massive blunder if they do that. There are so many other creative names that you can go with. You can go with the Super Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch XL if it's a little bit bigger than the original Nintendo Switch. You can also go with New Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of different things that you can go with, and Nintendo Switch 2 just sounds kind of boring. Now, with that being said, the fact that it says NX2 makes me think that backwards compatibility would be figured into this next Nintendo Switch as well, because it is a sequel to the original Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo has already said in the investor meeting that they do want to do backwards compatibility and that it's a lot more easier now. If you guys want to watch that video on the last Nintendo investor meeting, click the top right corner of this video. Now let's shift the talk to when it could be revealed, assuming that this is real and not fake. Now remember, I said I think personally it's fake. So if this is real, that means more than likely, I would think anyways, at the earliest, the next Nintendo Direct. Now, how you can figure out how the next Nintendo Direct is by just looking at the past Nintendo Directs, and we did have a September Nintendo Direct the past couple years, so more than likely Nintendo's gonna follow that pattern and do a September Nintendo Direct. So the September Nintendo Direct is when this next Nintendo Switch is gonna be revealed, more than likely, at least at the earliest. Christmas, which kind of would be fitting because it's right before the holiday season, or at least Christmas anyways. And around Christmas, a lot of people are shopping for that shiny new gift for their kids, or their husband, or their mothers, or their daughters, or whoever plays video games from Nintendo. Nintendo's for everyone. So revealing it before that and saying, hey, this is coming out before Christmas would be a great way to drive sales. Now, if Nintendo didn't want to do that, I could totally see them announcing it and then revealing it after January into 2024. Now that's my first theory. My second theory is completely different. So I was thinking about this. Why would Nintendo announce a new system if they want to sell 15,000 units of the other Nintendo Switches this year? Even if you reveal that Nintendo Switch, that's gonna persuade people not to buy the original Nintendo Switch, and they already expect a hardware decline. So if you're expecting a hardware decline, you don't want to introduce new hardware into the market. So with that in mind, my second theory is that Nintendo could announce it in 2024, and I think it could be revealed sometime in January or February, because we do know that they usually do a Nintendo Direct around that time, and then release it in March. If I recall, the original Nintendo Switch did release in March. It was either revealed in March or released in March. It's one of the two. So those are just my two theories on it, and how, if this is real anyways, it could play out. With that being said, guys, if you guys are not interested in that F-Zero news, click the top right corner of this video. It's basically a video replying to some people who say they don't want the Zelda ports, which, yes, I know, very shocking. There are people out there who say, no, I don't want them, we don't need them. And I just reply and give reasons why it's a good thing that these come to the Nintendo Switch, or, you know, potentially the Nintendo Switch 2, whenever that's gonna happen. And moving on to the next topic, it seems that we have a former Nintendo employee who explains why there hasn't really been any F-Zero game. This is what GameRant.com has to say. Over the past years, noted individuals like former Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé have expressed the idea that Nintendo could revive a long-dormant F-Zero franchise as early as 2023. But, wow, I'm not even going to try to say that name. Okay, you know what? Let's try it. You never know. But Imamura, nope, that's completely wrong. I completely butchered that and I apologize. But anyways, he doesn't think this is the case given Big N's current success with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. According to him, Nintendo doesn't want to risk dividing the market with two major racing titles for the Nintendo Switch, so it might still be a long time before fans can blast through the gravity-defying world of F-Zero once again. Now, this I just have to disagree with. There are many examples on the Nintendo Switch that don't even align with this way of thinking, which makes me think, because he's a former employee, there is still a chance that an F-Zero game can land on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe Nintendo changed their mind about that. They're seeing that the Nintendo Switch is doing so well, it doesn't really matter if they add another racing game to the Nintendo Switch. And keep in mind, there are other racing games on the Nintendo Switch currently right now. The Final Fantasy one, there's that one Disney one, I think that's the free-to-play one, I think anyways. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. So there are other racers on the Nintendo Switch already. So this line of thinking I don't think lines up with the current Nintendo. Maybe while he was there, maybe that's when maybe they were thinking that way. And maybe now things have changed since there are other racers on the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo sees that they can add other racers to the lineup of games. I don't know why I said games like that, but you guys get my point. I do think there is room for F-Zero on the Nintendo Switch. I don't see why not. There are other fighters on the Nintendo Switch as well. I mean, it just makes zero sense. Just because there's one genre on the Nintendo Switch of IPs when it comes to just Nintendo IPs, not even just third party, doesn't mean you can't have another game on the Switch. Now, with that being said, I have seen some posts on Twitter about the sales for the F-Zero games, and well, no, even then, I mean, they could just take the risk. You never know. There is a want for F-Zeros. Like, tell me in the comment section below if you want an F-Zero game. I'm sure people do want that game. Now, I myself have never played an F-Zero game. I know. You'd be surprised at how many games I just haven't played. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've played like 50 hours of Tears of the Kingdom, but I haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom yet. I have not had a lot of time. I've been working on that animation, and I also just got another part-time job, so I haven't had a lot of time for games, unfortunately. But anyways, enough of that depressing stuff. I don't want that on my channel. But overall, guys, tell me your thoughts on all of these topics. Well, there's only 2, but you guys get what I mean. Tell me your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2. Do you think this image is real or do you think it's fake? And also, what do you think about the F-Zero stuff? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.